I didn't have a lot of time in Chile to visit wineries, and so when I saw the opportunities that Maipo Valley Wine Tours provided, I was very interested. I booked the top 3 wineries full-day tour and I was not disappointed. Felipe picked me up at my hotel in Santiago right on time and was my driver for the entire day. His colleague, Christian, joined as my personal guide at the conclusion of the first winery tour at Undurraga. From there we traveled to Santa Rita Winery, where I was able to enjoy a delicious meal at Doña Paula Restaurant. The restaurant was closed for 2 large groups, but Felipe was able to work his connections and get me a table. It was fantastic. From there we went to Concha y Toro, where I was delighted by another tour and wine tasting. The best part of all was the friendly and gracious hospitality of Felipe and Christian, who, I felt, were like long-lost friends. I would highly recommend Maipo Valley Wine Tours to anyone. It's organized, friendly, punctual, and well-connected with all the wineries you'd like to visit. This was an absolute highlight for my partner and me in Chile. Visiting each winery was amazing. They are all so unique and special, and each vineyard had its own incredible wines to showcase. All of the guides at each winery were so knowledgeable, friendly, and had so much passion for wine and the winemaking process. We learned a lot. I won't spoil the excitement and surprise of visiting each vineyard with too much detail, but you're in for a real treat. Once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience. Our guide who picked us up and took us to each winery, Caroline, was a true gem. Meeting her was a separate and equally wonderful highlight of the trip. Carolina has a vast wealth of knowledge about wine and made our time in Chile so fun and interesting. We kept in touch with Carolina for the rest of our trip. She gave us amazing tips and recommendations of places to visit in Chile and more ways we could try wine and learn more. It was such a joy to meet her. We couldn't be more grateful. We were picked up right on time by Carolina. She was our personal guide, driver for the day. Carolina probably knows more about wine than anyone in Chile from her past work with Chilean wine companies and a worldwide ambassador. All 3 wineries were massive, with lots of vines, lawns, trees, etc. There are a lot of weddings at these wineries, and it's clear to see why. So beautiful. I proposed to my GF at Santa Rita Winery. Carolina kept us on schedule, answered all of our questions, took pictures of us after we got engaged, and shared in our special moment. We had lunch at Santa Rita, and did not do a wine tasting or tour of the winery, but did have tours and tastings at the other 2. Communication with Maipo Valley Wine Tours is spot on. This company has to be at the top of the list for tour operators for this area. You will be very happy this tour. We did 2 different tours with them on our trip, and they were both unbelievable. Book it. Superb. Would defuse them again. 3 days private tour before they dropped us off at our cruise ship. Felipe and Gerald hosted us. They are superb. Fully fluent English. I wanted small wineries with midday lunch stops at bigger wineries with a restaurant. One at Maipo Valley worked with me on several iterations of our schedule. Excellent choice of wineries. Felipe served as our driver. Excellent and conservative driver. Unlike a previous wine tour I was on where the driver tasted wine with us, Felipe completely abstained. We appreciated it. Gerald has worked in the wine world internationally for quite a few years. He knows his stuff, from how grapes are grown and made into wine to food pairings. Both guys were a delight to spend time with. This outfit carries my highest recommendation.